Hey guys, Greg, your local metalhead here. War with Cinema has partnered with Red Circle. If you were ever curious about who we use for podcast hosting, it's Red Circle. I've tried a few different hosting sites, and I've enjoyed my time with Red Circle the most. They make hosting your podcast as easy as possible. If you upload your show, they distribute it everywhere, even YouTube. The best part? Their base subscription is free with unlimited uploads. For a few dollars more, they will help grow your podcast to reach as many ears as possible. Start your podcast today with a link in the description. It helps us and it helps you. If you're not interested in starting a podcast, but you want to help support the show, if you use the second link in the description, you can do a one-time donation or a monthly subscription. There is no paywall. It's simply letting us know you're enjoying the show and want us to continue. Well, now that all that's out of the way, I hope you enjoy today's episode.
With cinema.
Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Par the Collector. What's up, everybody?
And you decided to do The Northman.
Yeah, dude. This movie is fucking badass. Like, I don't know what took me so long to watch it. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those movies, like, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, that looks so fucking cool. Like, the Norse mythology in this movie is, like, deep. Like, I don't know if it's accurate, but...
So, Robert Eggers is the director. He did The Witch, he did Lighthouse, and then this is his third movie. I think he did some before that, but these are his, like,
is
known
that the one
movies.
with Batman and Willem Dafoe?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't say Green Goblin. But yeah, this movie is fucking hard. And dude, he's in this too. I just remember that. Willem Dafoe's in
Willem
this for
Dafoe.
like 5 minutes.
So he said he did immense amount of research in Norse mythology to try to get this as like accurate as possible. So
Is this guy fucking brothers with the dude that plays it?
I don't know.
Because I think they have the same last name.
Oh, maybe. I don't
This
know.
dude looks like fucking jacked and huge, bro. He looks like he could play in the fucking NFL.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Yes, like this dude is fucking beast. Like
He did such a good job in this movie.
he really did, man.
He stole this movie. Another one, Anya Taylor-Joy. I love her. She's an up and coming actress. She's pretty well known nowadays, but
She was good in this.
the more I see her, the more I'm like, I love this actress.
Let's see.
Ethan Hawke, Nicole Kidman.
You know, I will say this, man. I'm not a huge Nicole Kidman fan. Like, I don't think she's like the greatest actress.
We talked about her on
I know she gets all the clout and like all the fucking awards.
LA Confidential. Wasn't she in that?
No, that's Kim Basinger.
Oh, never mind.
I love Kim Basinger. Yeah, she's great.
We were just talking like how she doesn't stand out. Like she does fine, but she doesn't do any like standout roles. And if I'm being honest, like,
But I thought she was good in this one.
I thought she was, fine, but
She was good evil. Like, she made me hate her. And like
at the end of the movie, when everything kind of like went down,
Right.
I was like, oh, there it is. But before that, I was kind of like, you can.
yeah, but I think that was kind of like the point of her character for this one.
Mhm.
Is, she was like 1/3 of the vengeance. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Because he
She
said
was-
it like a prayer. You know what I mean?
She
While
didn't-
he's escaping.
Right. She didn't do a bad job at all, but
Right.
she was the weakest part. Like, I kind of wish they would have done somebody else, but it's my personal opinion. And then Willem Dafoe, I love his little cameo in this fucking movie as the jester and the fucking witch doctor.
That's him as a fucking cut off head, dude. Like,
Yeah.
that was insane. Yeah, Phil Martin, the guy that plays the heavy in this one. Let me tell you something, man. This is the most jacked fucking old man I've ever seen in my life, bro. That's the only thing that was like almost unbelievable about this. Like, this dude's supposed to be like 80. He's still fucking yacked, dude. Cause like what? Like he kills his dad when he's what, like 8?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he comes back, he's gotta be at least 20 something.
Right.
Like, this dude didn't age a fucking day. Except his face. Like his beard changed
Yeah,
colors.
his breed get a little bit lighter.
But that fucking, like that part where him and his son are like out there fucking ass naked in front of the whole village. Like, I'm like, this fucking is the most jacked old man I've ever seen in my life. Like, sorry.
No, you're good.
Anyways, I'm jumping around like crazy, like normal, but
So this is a basic revenge story. It's basically Lion King.
yeah, kind of.
And
I think it's a little bit cooler than that.
No. It's definitely cool. I'm just saying, like,
Right.
It's drenched in Norse mythology, but I don't know why I keep fucking that word up. But it was just kind of like a simple revenge plot story.
Right.
But
Ethan Hawke did a good job playing the king, king of Norway.
I think so too. He did such a good. It's such short lived. Like after watching it again, I was like, God, he dies so fast.
Yeah, well, I kind of like you get the gist of it. Like,
You got to get the story going.
He even
But
dies in the fucking trailer. Like you already know it's coming. Run! Like, I remember seeing that. I was like, well, damn, Ethan Hawke hated this bitch long. Even the way he went out was cool as shit, though. He takes like 3 arrows to the fucking neck.
yeah, and he's like, fucking kill me, do it.
Chops the bitches off, and he still kills like 2 or 3 of them. And
Makes you realize why he is the king.
And he's like, I'm going to fucking Valhalla, bitch.
Mhm.
He's like, and your kingdom is cursed. I should have never do nothing. And he called that shit. Because, I mean, old boy came in and booted his ass out like what, a year or 2 after that?
Right. Can I just say, I'm glad you enjoyed this movie, because a lot of people were talking about how boring it was. Like, it's a very, like, divisive film. Like, some people really enjoy it, like myself, and sounds like you did too. But then there's other people that are like, it was so fucking boring. I was like, did we watch the same movie? Because this isn't boring at all to me.
No, I don't think. I think it could have. It could have. I don't know. I mean, I felt like all the action was
Right.
great
Yeah,
when
exactly.
it happened. You know, and I don't know if I needed more of it.
Yeah, like
You know,
it would
was
have
a good bit.
it would have filled up the story, like, and taken away from the story, or it filled up the movie and taken away from the story.
Right. I liked how he, at least tried to change his way of thinking. Like
Mhm.
he didn't, like, by the end of the movie, like you keep thinking like, okay, well, he was doing this to avenge his father, which he's gonna do, and he wanted to save his mother and he wanted to take his kingdom back, but mother's a fucking bitch, and she don't want to be saved, and he ends up having to offer her. Yeah, damn, dude, to kill old boy, like it took everything he had. Like,
All right. Well, it was a good movie. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I don't know where I was going on that tangent, but
To the end of the movie.
I don't know.
There's a bunch of little middles that we need to talk about.
No, for sure. But no, I just meant like I like how his character evolved. It starts off as a simple revenge, but as the story and the plot unfolds, he kind of gets to a point where he has to change the way he thinks.
Right.
But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Ethan Hawke is the king of Norway. He comes back from defeating an army somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and he's now, I don't know, he slayed everybody that needs killing and shit, and he's come back home to like rest and see his kid for like the first time since he was born.
Right. And his brother is like, I hate the way you do shit, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Willem Dafoe pops up, does his little gesture dance.
That was Willem Dafoe, dude.
Yeah.
It took me a second to realize.
Oh, me too. I think on the second watch, I was like, oh, that's Willem Dafoe.
He's like, he also tells no lies. And then you get Ethan Hawke, he's happy to see his son, and he's back, goes to the back, and he's all fucked up. Like, he's been through so much war and shit.
Yeah, he's been
like,
through some serious
I
battles.
guess he got cut across his shit. Like, his stomach is just like an open fucking wound.
Mm-hmm.
And, they really got no medicine like that back then. They're just bandaging the shit up, like doing some fucking some voodoo shit over it and calling it a day, I guess.
Right.
Thor or somebody, Odin the son, will heal that shit for him.
I do love that this movie isn't, super realistic. Like, there are parts of it that are mystical, and
yeah, that's what I think was cool about it too.
I really enjoyed. I'm glad he kind of went there with it and didn't stick to just realism, because like we have Vikings for that, like the TV show.
Right.
Like that's just all, from what I've seen so far, it's just realism.
Dude, him riding on that fucking Valkyrie, him riding with that fucking Valkyrie though, that is some cool ass fucking filmmaking.
Right.
Dude.
Well, I was thinking about the other witch doctor, not Willem Dafoe, but the one he meets later in the movie in the little
the one that has
hut.
Willem Dafoe's head.
No. You're talking about the
Oh, the
one in the
lady.
cave. Yeah, the lady.
That's at the beginning.
Is that at the beginning?
Yeah. See, like, all right, we're skipping around, but his dad gets killed. When his dad shows him, he takes him down there and gives him like you said, like the Lion King treatment. Like, this is what it takes to be the fucking king, and you're my son, and I believe in you.
And we're gonna do mushrooms together,
right? And they get fucking trippy, and they're in there being fucking wolves and shit, and just it's like a very man movie, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it made me want to like.
It's
grab
all
my son.
testosterone.
Yeah, it's like made me want to go grab my son and like go kill a fucking bear.
Right.
With
your
our
bare hands.
Exactly. Like, so they go down into the fucking earth, like they go down into this hole, and like they're just down there fucking like half naked, dude, just fucking covered in fucking shit,
farting and burping
Fucking
and just
going
tripping
wild,
acid
dude.
on
whatever fucking tea they done made up down there, that purple potion they got down there, and Willem Dafoe and his dad like just fucking spouting this Nordic crazy shit at him, and he has to go over there and like stick his hand in his dad's fucking stomach's open wound and shit to like feel the king and all that.
Right. I do love the tree because that's like part of Norse mythology.
Yeah, that was
the,
cool shit.
The tree of you know, I don't know what you call them, rulers.
Yeah, family tree.
Yeah.
The lineage.
Yeah.
But
it's a big part of Norse.
But I thought that was really cool. It was a cool strip, and it shows like his branch growing with him. And shit.
Right.
He's got his little crown and everything. But then his dad gets killed, and he's got to dip out.
Right after doing fucking tripping balls, like that's fucked up. Are you gonna kill somebody right after they start trip balls? Like,
well, he got him when he was all fucked up, when he was all weak and shit.
Fucking bitch move. But yeah, so his brother kills him. Son runs away. But I love this because one of the guards gets a hold of the son and he takes out his little fucking
little pocket
his
blade.
little needler and then fucking cuts the dude's nose off because it's like a running thing throughout the rest of the movie. And I love it. It's so gory. It like makes me wince every time he cuts that dude's nose off. Because you know how bad that hurt? And then you have to live without a nose the rest of your life.
Oh yeah, that's just like he I forget what cartoon or whatever it was, but that motherfucker was just like
Voldemort?
Something like that, dude.
Yeah, Voldemort doesn't have a nose.
I feel like some Skeletor shit or something, like Skeletor movie or He-Man movie.
I was gonna say
Masters
He-Man.
of the Universe. But yeah, he gets away, but like that's like his whole thing. He's rowing through this fucking ocean, and he's just.
I love his chant.
He's like, I will save you, mother.
I will avenge you, father.
I'll kill you, so and so, Fjorner.
Yeah.
Fjorner. And
then it cuts to him. He found a new tribe. He's grown up, which I love that shot, by the way. It's one of my favorite shots in this fucking movie. It's in the woods, and you see these boats start rowing, and then the camera pans to the middle of the river, and then it shifts over, and then it zooms in on it. It's one continuous shot, and it's fucking gorgeous, and I don't know how they did it. I don't want anybody to tell me because I don't want to ruin the magic. Like, I'm sure they had a crane out to the fucking boat. Someone grabbed it, like some, movie magicry, but I love that shot.
Drone.
Yeah, drone.
But yeah, there's a lot of good cinematography.
Yeah, the dude makes fucking beautiful movies.
Mm.
Because I watched The Witch, and I wasn't the biggest fan of The Witch.
Is that the one? Is that the one with Nick Cage?
No, it's not. No, that's the Witcher.
Nah, I've seen I've heard about the
Wicker Man.
I've heard about the Wicker Man.
Yeah,
he was in one. It was called like Season of the Witch or The Witch.
This one is just Witch, but Nick Cage is not anywhere near it.
All right,
this is just a family.
So it might actually be good.
I didn't know how to feel about it the first time I watched it. I was like, it's kind of slow paced, and I really wasn't sure. But it's very a mood. The movie is definitely just a mood. And then by the end of it, you're like, oh fuck. But it's a really beautiful movie, like so well shot. And then he did The Lighthouse, which is a throwback to like old black and white.
I've heard that movie's really good.
Yeah,
I've never seen
it. I watched that one recently. I really enjoyed it because it's a me movie. Definitely. It has Greg written all over it. Because after watching this one, The Northman, I was like, I got to go back and watch his other movies. Well, I've already seen The Witch, but I had to go back and watch Lighthouse. Really enjoyed it. So this guy's really
he's good at what
really
he does.
good at the shit. Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
Um,
I love the campfire, because he's with his new tribe.
Oh yeah,
and they're doing the fucking dog chanting, and
they're all wolves, man.
Yeah, they're all wolves,
and they've all fucking killed wolves, and they're wearing the wolves, and it's just like I said, it's like such a fucking man movie, dude. Like these dudes are just out there fucking howling, and like literally, you see the change, and he actually becomes a fucking wolf.
Yeah, like he was so intense. Like shout out to Alexander, because killed it.
I can't believe he didn't get a fucking Oscar for this shit.
Should have.
Like, he literally went in, dude.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Dune came out in 2021. That was my favorite movie of 2021. This came out in 2022. So this is my favorite movie of 2022.
This is a good movie. This came out this year?
Yeah.
Wow, dude. It's really good. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like he goes to like the most savage motherfuckers, dude. Like these guys will like eat the fucking young.
Yeah.
Like you can't be no
These
bitch.
are the tribe he's with are just beasts. Like they are the Vikings that we hear about that just pillage and plunder. Like that's all they do. And eat. I don't know if they eat people, but I assume they do.
It's literally, dude, they roll up to a fucking stronghold and they fucking just start. They don't even hide. Like they just roll up and they're like, "Arr!" And one of them catches, dude, old boy catches the fucking spear mid-air and then yokes it back and fucking right through the dude that threw it at him.
I was gonna make you bring it up if you didn't bring it up, because I love that.
People talk about there ain't enough action. What? That shit is so fucking chaos, bro. Like it is insane. This man is literally climbing a fucking like a timber mountain, dude, with just
with some hatchets. Yeah,
2 hatchets, bro. Killing motherfuckers on the way up.
Yeah.
Comes over the top, dude. Murders them.
Covered in blood and blood.
Yeah. Kills 2 or 3 of them, bro. Then jumps the fuck down and kills a dude that's riding a fucking horse. Walks through just like a fucking badass. Just starts fucking.
People talk shit about this, but I fucking love it. Like it's a pan. It pans over as he's just
murdering an entire fucking army, pretty much.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And people talk shit about it, but I love that shot.
Dude, that like that.
And then when he has a knife against the dude's throat, dragging him against the wall, and then finally like fucking
like, all right,
beheads him.
I'm tired of holding you up.
Yeah.
Get
out
of here.
Fucking love it.
Dude, he ain't hurt no women and kids, dude. And that was the sad part about the scene, is because like they literally, like, if you were strong enough to work or they could turn you into a fucking warrior, you got to live.
But that's kind of how it was. I feel like that's how it really was back then. Like
they'd keep some of the chicks to like, bang or whatever and stuff like that. Take care of the shit they didn't feel like doing. But then everybody else gets pushed into a fucking house and set on fire. Yeah. Like it's fucked up.
It is fucked up, but
that's how they were living back then.
That's why you have to remind yourself we live like kings these days. You could be living in that fucking chaos, but you
laws. Don't. That's why there's laws, yo.
Yeah. And this is where he finds the witch doctor lady.
The first witch, yeah.
The first witch doctor.
Or I guess she's like a goddess. I don't know.
Goddess. I don't know what she. I say witch.
Norse mythology. Like
I don't either. I say witch doctor is like a over-compassing, like inclusive of everyone that has magic in this movie.
But
I love her fucking costume. Yeah. Her I want a frame of her, still frame and framed and put on a wall somewhere, because I love her costume and the way she talks with the like little.
And she's like telling him that he needs this like fucking badass sword, dude. And it is a badass sword. And it was forged by these like fucking hardcore, whoever like the Hephaestus of like Norse mythology.
Right.
Is. Like
he's just rare stone that's only been used to make this fucking one sword.
Yeah, to like literally cut through any fucking thing. And they call it the fucking night.
I don't remember.
Shit, dude, that's gonna bother me.
But it's so cool because you can't
night blade
because you can't use it during the day.
No, that was insane.
Yeah,
and I noticed that later on in the movie, dude, when he attacks a motherfucker during the day because he's so pissed off. He just starts whooping bitches with it in the sheath.
Yeah.
Just fucking wailing on him.
And then the guy tries to he can't get it out of the sheath. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with this
He's
thing?
all pissed off. Yeah, he's like, oh damn it.
Love that shit. So he goes looking for this blade.
Yeah, and that's a cool scene because finally he finds it out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and he goes underground.
And he has to fight a boss. I love those movies that make the character like fight some boss, like it's a game.
Oh, those are like the best thing about like Indiana Jones and Aladdin and shit like that is because like you said, booby traps. I'm a sucker for a good booby trap.
Right.
He had to fight this like big ass fucking.
Who the fuck is that? Like, that's not a real man.
That was like
he was all
old.
skeleton.
That's like the original fucking Viking. Dude. This
Troll
guy,
Viking.
This guy was like 8'2", just a mass, like the fucking mountain from Game of Thrones. Pretty much, this guy had to battle. Such a good show, dude.
Shut up.
I'm so glad I watched it.
Nope. We're not doing it.
It's good that we both can enjoy that. Say that we enjoy that now. Because when we first started doing the show, I didn't like Game of Thrones. Never seen it. And now, like, we've both seen it. So, like, it's fine.
I hate you so much.
Super
I was gonna
Cuts,
make fucking references, and I was like, oh, he hasn't seen that movie or that show rather, so I can't make references to it. Proper references.
Hey, I just made a great reference. The mountain, baby.
The mountain. Everyone knows the mountain.
The Hound.
I fucking love the Hound.
There's a lot of Hound in this movie, dude.
So he defeats the boss. He gets his Nightblade, and now I really love it because instead of going after them, he sneaks on as a slave.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Like, they're lucky he's lucky he even fooled them.
Right.
If they were smart, they would have been like, nah, y'all gotta take this motherfucker with you. He gonna fucking kill everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck or kill everybody. And that's like a cool scene is like the son and all of them are talking shit to him like he's not a foot and a half taller than them.
Yeah.
And the one dude like fucking hits him with the whip. He doesn't even fucking move, dog. Like right then I'd be like, nah, you ain't staying.
Yeah, right.
I ain't got that much work for you to do.
It's pretty funny. Don't talk back. It's like that didn't bother him.
Well, that's what it was. He like tries to shove him or some shit.
Well, he tries to do a kidney shot, and he doesn't flinch at all.
This motherfucker.
Could you imagine having someone chained up, punching them in the face, and they're just looking straight at you, and it didn't faze them at all?
Are you done?
You done?
It's such a good scene.
I know.
But yeah, I'd say that's the most unbelievable thing in this movie is the fact that he convinced him that, yeah, I'm just fucking working.
Yeah, because
dog.
he sneaks onto this boat with these like half alive people, and then he's like jacked as.
Well, that's where he had to meet his love interest.
Yeah, right.
So, and that's where she comes into play, and she is a
handmaiden.
Well, she said she was royalty too,
Yeah.
but like it's like some forest village and shit, and she calls herself like a earth queen or something like that. And
Yeah.
she helps him a big deal. She does all these like prayers and shit for him.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like guides him, but like
Yeah, she really helps him out through this journey.
right. Well, this revenge because he's like this is my fucking mission. Like this is what I want.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'll help you, but like you gotta get me with you, you know. And then they end up, you know, falling in love or whatever. It's actually really nice. Like a really good love story. I'm just not very good at expressing that kind of thing.
You're not good about talking about love.
Nah, because like I know that's not my thing.
That mushy gushy shit.
I'm more of a show, you know, type of deal.
Right. Yeah, it takes a back seat. It's not like the forefront of the movie. I mean, it does play a part into the movie
it's
later
got some
on.
passion in there though, bro. That scene where they're fucking in the woods. I was like, damn, bro.
Wish that was me.
Right? Like, that's
hey, babe, what you doing?
Yeah, for real. Like, maybe I want to take my wife out into the fucking wilderness, bro. Like,
You're taking her out back.
so fucking feral, dude. Like, so primal. They're just fucking going at
When
it.
I said doggy style, this isn't what I meant. Oh.
She's out here fucking under the stars, you know? And,
I do love the one part, god damn it. They all have like Viking names, so I can't like keep up to them. But anyway, the brother, we're just gonna say the brother is over this new kingdom, and he's doing.
It's not much of a kingdom. It's
no,
like
no,
a
no.
bunch
It's
of
a
fucking
farm.
nuts.
Yeah, it's a farm.
They
And
even call it the farm.
right, and his son is there, and they're doing work, and his son's like, "You're royalty. Why are we doing this?" And he's like,
Well, he has an older son, which is the one you see at the beginning.
"Yeah."
He is the older cousin, which is Alexander Skarsgård's character.
Mhm.
This is his first cousin, and then the little one is his half brother.
Right.
So it's you don't know that's his brother until you see that his mom is still alive and shit, and that he's taken her as his queen. But yeah, then he sees his mother and shit.
Well,
and
I was going to say that the brother and his son are doing these chores, and his brother's like, why are we doing this? He's like, we're not slaves. He's like, your slaves need to respect you and you need to show them how strong you are. Like, he had some good messages throughout the movie, and I was like, I hate that you like have some good things to say, because I respect that. It's kind of like people at work, like managers, when they're just like standing around watching you work, you don't respect them. But when they like pitch in and start working with you, you're like, all right, we're on the same level,
right.
You know? But anyway, I just like that he had some like good messages, and I was like, at least he's not like a one-dimensional bad guy. Like, he has some good shit to him.
No, he, I mean, other than the fucking his own brother.
Oh, he's a piece of shit, but
right. That's, you know, but like, I agree. Like, he loved his fucking kids,
yeah,
you know, and it sounded like he treated Nicole Kidman better than his brother did. Apparently.
Well, I have a theory on that. So the whole thing is Nicole Kidman gets with his brother, but, you know, Alexander Skarsgård finds that out through her. She's like, your dad was a piece of shit. He didn't know how to treat me. I was a slave or whatever.
Yeah, all he wanted.
Is that true? Do you feel that's true? Because the first couple of times I'm like, he was probably a piece of shit. But then I started thinking, like, what if it's not true and it's just some shit she's feeding him? You know what I mean? Because she knows what he's there for.
Yeah, but she also knew that he wasn't there to kill her.
Yeah.
All she had to do was throw arms around him and say, son, thank you for coming to get me.
Maybe she has Stockholm syndrome and fell for the brother and then makes up this whole story.
I believe what she said. I believe
I
believe what she said to a certain extent, because she said, your father didn't care about anything other than the glory.
Right.
And going to Valhalla. Like, he wanted to die. He wanted to be in war. He never wanted to be here. He only came back here to give me and he goes, the only reason he kept me around is because I gave him a son.
No.
And like, you see it when he comes back from war. I mean, I get it. He's like fucking dying. So, you know, he's probably just not like, yeah, I'd love to fuck you, but like, I just got stabbed yesterday. And it fucking hurts.
I just got off work. I'm tired, babe. Can we just put on the game and...
Yeah, you think you can't do it
chill.
after a long day? This guy just went and fought a fucking war, bro. Like, yeah, I believe it. You're too tired. But
all right, I guess you're right. I guess she...
But I think that's what it was. She's like, motherfucker, you've been gone for years and you ain't gonna hit this pussy when you come back. Like, you're gonna drive any bitch crazy. Because like back then, if you got caught fucking around on a king, like they fucking behead your ass in front of everybody.
Yeah, we just started Vikings. Like, we got about a few episodes into it, and they kind of had that in there. This guy, he's like a peasant. He's like, you want to fuck my wife? Love to fuck your wife. So they set it up where he thinks he's going to fuck the king's wife. And the wife is like, do you think that I would fuck a peasant like you? And then he kills him for thinking about wanting to fuck his wife.
Yeah, because I mean, why not?
Right.
I'm me and fuck you. Like, but anyways, yeah, so I did believe that. And then I also feel like she wanted to be with power.
Yeah.
You know, because the brother, you know, he was still like, he hadn't fought all them battles that Ethan Hawke did. So I feel like she thought that was the better choice. And, you know, if you ain't getting no attention from your husband and this dude is here telling you everything you want to hear.
Yeah.
You know, she's the one. He's like, he just wanted to take his kingdom. I'm the one that had to convince him to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then like at that point, I'm like, okay, this crazy bitch just wants him to fucking kill her.
Yeah.
Like, she's saying everything to make him lose his shit and murder her. Then she starts fucking kissing him. And then that's when I was like, oh, okay. She just wants to be with somebody powerful. Like, she'll do anything to live.
With her son.
Yeah. Like, you know, but I mean, it'd been so long. Like, she didn't even recognize him. Like, and I that's another thing that was probably hard for me to believe is like, I feel like a mother always recognizes her kids.
I was thinking that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like as soon as she's seen him, she should have been like,
maybe if you gave the baby up, like as soon as you had it, then I can see, understand.
But he was a fucking teenager.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was like 10, 11, 12 around there. You know what I'm saying? So
preteen.
Like, yeah, you would recognize your kid. Like,
I think so too, because I kind of look the same just with facial hair.
But she's just like so fucking surprised.
Yeah.
Like, she cuts him once or twice, you know, before he can get out. Like, I'm your fucking son. Stop. Like, you know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, you think it's going to go one way, and then it just takes a good turn right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't mean to skip to this part, but because there are a couple of parts in between this.
Right.
I love that he fucks with them, like all the guards.
He gets the blade, and then he goes back to the fucking camp. You think he's just going to get the blade and go like wreak havoc in one night, but no, he like takes his time with that shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't blame him, bro. He waited fucking 20 years.
He's gonna savor his revenge, and I love it.
Or what did it say? 15 years later, some shit like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
He waited a while.
Yeah.
So the first night, he takes the older brother, the cousin. He takes his two best friends who are like butt buddies and dick bags. They like keep fucking with him. He fucking turns them into like some fucked up art display.
Right.
Fucking nails them to the side of this fucking barn, dude.
I loved it because his half brother is like, or no, that's not his half brother. That's his
cousin.
It's his cousin is freaking the fuck out. And this is another part.
These are my fucking best friends. We're gonna fucking kill all y'all.
And that's another part where like I'm like, fuck, I hate that I fucking related to you because the king's brother is like, you need to calm down. Being irrational is not going to like help the situation. We'll get this taken care of. It's like, fuck, why are you such like a evil guru?
Well, because he also knows that when you fucking go crazy, it shows weakness.
I always think about that part in Shoot 'Em Up where he's like, one of his henchmen is like, aren't you angry? He's like, I'm fucking furious. He's like, but you're not showing it. He's like, because if I get angry, it lowers your IQ. And I really feel that shit. Like, you really get dumber when you get angry. Like, the more angry you get.
Oh, bro, that's what's wrong with me.
Well, have you seen the Hulk? He's a fucking...
I wish I could turn into a giant green monster that's indestructible. That would be cool. But yeah.
You're just a fucking idiot, though.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, like, by the end of it, I'm having to be fed. I can't tie my own fucking shoes.
That's why I hate the new Hulk, because he's like a smart... whatever.
Professor Hulk, bro.
Professor Hulk. I don't like it.
Oh, I feel like he's taking a turn soon, dude. You're gonna need to get a crazy Hulk here soon.
I hope. Can we get Red Hulk?
It's coming.
So anyway, yeah, I hope so.
But yeah, anyways, so the first night he kills the best friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Turns them into a human centipede.
And that's when they have the ceremony to get revenge on whoever did this. So I do actually really like the ceremony because the little kid fucking chops this horse's head off. It's like, oh my God.
Some brutal fucking...
is this necessary? Like, did the horse have to pay for this?
Some brutal rituals these people do, man.
Yeah, it
and then they like killed the virgin.
Unnecessary.
They killed the virgin.
Did they kill the virgin?
Yeah, remember? Or maybe he started killing people at this point.
I don't know.
But yeah, he just like him and old girl, they hook up in between all this.
Right.
Now
the hooking up is important. That's why we have to mention it.
Now it's like he doesn't want to get it all done because he wants to get her away first. He wants to get her safe.
Yeah.
And then after the shit with the mom, he goes crazy and ends up killing her and the son.
I love the little fucking kid. He hops out of this fucking
felt bad for him.
I did, but the way he went with that little blade, like he went crazy with that little fucking blade.
He stabbed the shit out of him like 4 times.
Like, you know that shit hurt. That thing's at least 3 inches long. Like, getting that into your back, like, fuck. He was like a Chucky doll. Pops out of this wardrobe, stabs him a few times, and then he just tries to get him off of him and accidentally kills his fucking half brother.
So, oh yeah, I love right before he goes in there with all that, he kills the dude that he cut his nose off.
Oh,
like
right. Oh my God.
Sticks the fucking sword through his fucking face.
So satisfying.
Through the fucking wound, man.
That he gave him 15 years ago.
Ooh.
It was so satisfying. I was like, that is called a setup and a payoff.
That's the best kind of irony right there.
Yeah, I loved it.
But
yeah, so he walks in and he sees that he killed his wife and his son, and he so calmly picks their bodies up. He's like, meet me at hell's asshole.
I love how he like gently picks his son up and puts him over his shoulder.
Yeah.
And then he just drags Nicole Kidman out like a bag of fucking like trash. He grabs her by the fucking hair and shit, just drags her out like an old bag, dude. Like, I got to throw this out too. Can't forget it. Anyways, so then he dips and
yeah, he's, I don't know if you heard me. I said he'd meet me at Hell's Asshole. And then we'll take care of this.
Is that what he said?
No,
it's
he's
Hell's
like
Gates.
Hell's Gates, but
yeah, dude, it like the hottest place on fucking earth, bro.
Right.
They like pretty much fight inside a volcano now. Like,
I love that he like rides his horse up there and he's like, oh, I don't need this anymore, and cuts its head off. I'm like, what? Why? Just let it go.
It was fucked. It would never have made it back.
So
I would have never made it back.
Falls into the fucking lava. You fucking dumb horse.
But they were like, you know how like all movies say like no animals were harmed.
No, that was a real horse. They really chopped his head off.
We chopped the head off so many fake ones. It just didn't look real enough.
Right. We had to go out with a real one at the end.
So luckily we were in Eastern Europe anyways, filming this shit. And apparently over there, their animal laws are not as strict.
You can cut horses up.
You can cut a head off a horse in every scene, and it will still be PG.
I don't know why this is so fucking...
This is terrible.
Morbid.
PETA. Oh, God.
So they get up to Hell's Asshole and they start fighting, and I love this fucking battle scene.
Dude.
I do love the CGI clouds that cover the dicks. Like, I appreciate that. Don't really want to see dicks swallow. But although it would be realistic.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it was like, that's how they did it back then. Think about it, bro. Like, now, dude, if you were getting ready to beat the fuck out of somebody, like we were just talking earlier, about somebody pissed you off at work or wherever, and you just like went to punch him in the face, and he's just like, all right, bro, all right, you want to start some shit? And he just starts getting fucking naked.
Yeah.
Like, just drops his pants, everything, bro, and he's ass naked. He's like, come on, motherfucker, do something. I don't care how fired up you are, bro. That's gonna throw you for a minute. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Do I get naked too? Do I just keep going? Like,
I don't want to hit a naked dude, bro. Like, something could touch me. Like, I don't want to put your clothes back on and I'll beat your ass. Like I don't know what it is, but like it stops people long enough. But like back then, bro, it was like, yo, bro,
you got to get naked.
Dicks out, swords up. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Mano a mano. Yeah, it is a badass battle. We're making fun of it and shit, but like it was really cool.
It was
a great way to bring the third act to a close.
Before he goes on the whatever, he finds out
he gets away. He gets his chick, and like that's when he goes on his little rampage at the end. But he didn't kill the old man.
Well, he finds out she's pregnant with his son and his daughter, twins.
Right, because he has like a vision or whatever.
Yeah.
He sees their little branches grow.
Right,
and he's like, I got to go back and kill this dude, or he's never gonna stop hunting you. You know, which I felt like you could have went with your family and like let him spend 15 years coming to hunt y'all down. I
guess, but it wouldn't have been as epic as a movie. Like I liked the battle scene. Like it really finished up the movie, and I love how he went out too. Like, I mean, I didn't love it, but it kind of sucked.
I hated it.
Because he took one through the heart, but he got the good dude's head off at the same time. It was very satisfying.
I know, but I wanted him to live, dude.
Yeah,
but I get it. He gets to go to Valhalla and shit and all that goodness.
He succeeded and failed at the same time.
Well, like I said, once he had found love and knew that she was going to raise the future, you know, and that he didn't do it all for nothing.
Right.
Like, he actually created it.
Yeah, his bloodline is being furthered.
He did something to honor his dad while at the same time killing the guy that killed him. And checking off 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah. And then getting glory with it. I guess you could take that, you know?
Yeah. So you really enjoyed this?
I did, man. I thought it was like fucking Braveheart on fucking steroids, man.
I'm surprised. Like, I really thought you were going to not really enjoy it, which I'm glad, because I randomly put this on. And I was like, I fucking love this movie. Like, it's so beautiful. It's so well told. Like, I love everything about this movie.
Yeah, man. It had me. Like I said, this was one that, like, it could have been your pick, my pick. It didn't matter. But, like I said, when I saw the first trailer, I was like, man, I got to see this fucking movie. And for some reason, I just didn't go see it.
Right.
And,
yeah, I think I've seen a couple of reviewers that were talking about it, and they're like, it's such a good movie. Like, and I didn't want it to get spoiled. Like, when movies are very overhyped, or not overhyped, but because I follow a certain amount of reviewers and I respect their opinion. So when they really like a movie, I don't want it to be spoiled by anybody. So I go ahead and watch it. So, you know, and I'm really glad I did because I really enjoyed this. I love this. I can't recommend this movie enough. It is one of my favorite movies in recent years. Like how I talk about how much I love Dune, I love this equally.
for just like, we're just talking about like violent and not even that, but like a revenge movie.
Yeah.
Like war type shit. Like it's up there. Like, you know, like Braveheart and like Patriot and Gladiator.
Mm-hmm. It sucked. It bombed though.
And the only thing I can figure is because, you know, the supernatural element maybe, or like the mythology they didn't. I
think people came off of the show Vikings, which is very violent, which is like, that's all it is violence and expecting one thing. And they got this, which is kind of like an art house epic is the best way I can put it. And
I don't even feel like it though, man, because I feel like there's other movies that have done way more artistic shit in it and like with way less action.
You think so?
But I thought like all the violence was perfect in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the action scenes, like all the fighting scenes, like when they got him all fucking tied up and those crows come.
Yeah.
The ravens, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm just trying to understand why people, because I go back to people saying it was so boring. Because
the show is so big. I think they just thought it was that. But like, I think it would have been I thought it would have been more boring if you just do that. If you don't take the mythology into it and it gives them like a higher purpose and all that. Like, right. I don't know. I thought that's what made it cool.
I think so too.
Because like I said, when he does that chant around that fucking fire with the other ones, you can literally see his fucking eyes roll back and he is not a human no more. He is a fucking wolf, son.
Yeah.
And like these motherfuckers are on all fours going at this fucking, at that fortress or whatever. You know what I mean? At the beginning.
Yeah.
Bro, fuck that shit. There ain't no action, bro. That bitch catches the fucking spear, bro. Like, it ain't shit. He does it like 6 times through the movie, bro. Somebody will throw some shit at him and he just, whoop. Barry Sanders, whoop. Let me get out the way.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, bro, that movie's fucking top notch, man.
I'm glad you said that because I agree. I 100% agree with you. That's why it makes me mad when people talk shit about this movie because I'm like, what are you missing? Like,
I think whoever saw this movie and didn't like it, go back and watch it again, man.
Yeah.
I think you'll
take it for what it is. Like, don't compare it to Vikings. Don't compare it to other shit. Like, let it be its own thing.
That might be it too, because I've never seen that show. Yeah. I've heard about it, but like, I've always enjoyed movies like this though, like Pathfinder. I like that movie. Which is kind of similar to this, not all the way, but like these Vikings come and murder the fuck out of these Indians, right? Every year they do this shit, like, or every couple of years they do it. Well, the one time they do it, they leave a fucking baby behind, a Viking baby, and it becomes this big motherfucker, dude. He's like the size of a Viking, but like the Indians trained him to be like a badass Indian warrior. So the Vikings come back, and this motherfucker's like ready. They kill his whole tribe, and he comes back and kills all these motherfuckers one by one. It's dope as shit. Like, have you ever seen it?
No.
Really?
You've talked about it a few times. I told you I haven't seen it.
It's badass, dude. But it's one of those movies that, like, this one is what I felt like this would have suffered from if they'd have went with that, because it's just all action, barely any plot. Like, it's just literally a dude fucking killing Vikings Rambo style. Like, he's literally setting shit in the woods for him, popping out, because it's like he's on his turf.
Right.
And they fucked up because, like, you know, he's got their blood. So, like, you know, he's got their drive, but he's got their tricks. Like, it's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a kind of a Last of the Mohicans vibe, too, to it.
Yeah. You make it sound pretty good. I might have to check it out one day.
I own it somewhere. I'll take it out.
Or you could just do it on the podcast one day.
We might, but I mean, I don't know. It's now that I think about it, like I said, I pretty much gave you the highlights.
It's like one of those movies. Like it's good. It sounds good on paper.
It's not even that, man. Like it's fun watch, but it's like nothing like groundbreaking. You know what I mean? It's not like an episode long movie. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, hey, while we got bullshitting on break, hey man, you know what's a cool movie you should check out? Pathfinder. Right. It's like one of those situations.
I see.
But I don't know. Fuck it. Maybe one day if I don't have anything to pick. But yeah, this one I really enjoyed. I knew I was gonna like it, but I liked it even more than I think I thought I was going to. Right.
Which is super surprising, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9.2.
9.2.
9.2.
That's respectable because I give it the highest recommended. It's one of, like I said, I'm not bullshitting. It's one of my favorite movies of recent years. I've seen it 3 or 4 times now, and I love it every time. I made my friends in Chicago watch it, and they really enjoyed it.
That's disrespectful.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. Budget was $60 million, and gross worldwide.
It literally just made its money back.
Made its money back. So you know it's not getting the sequel.
Well, I mean, what would you do it on?
I know.
His son?
Oh, you don't have an idea for a sequel, Mr. Sequel Man.
I think this is one of those movies that it doesn't need it.
Thank you.
It's fully contained in this one story. Mm-hmm. It's like burn it all down, man. You know. And I think that's what makes it so epic. Right.
It makes me happy you enjoyed it because I was worried. I was ready to fight you on this movie because if you're like, it was boring, there's not enough action, there's not enough this, there's not enough that. I was ready to like fight you.
Well, my wife said she was going to watch it with me, but then she ended up laying down and she was out. But she woke up for whatever after it was over. And she was like, how'd you like it? I was like, fucking good. I was like, it's fucking good. Like, she's like, oh, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was like, she's like, you've been wanting to see it for a while, right? I was like, yeah, I don't know why it took me this long to watch it.
Yeah, sometimes. At least you watched it sooner than you watched Dread 2012. It took you 10 years to watch that.
Yeah, but you know what I like about that? And I think that's why I still like it so much right now is because I didn't see it back then. So I would just be pissed off this whole time knowing that you weren't getting a sequel.
This is true, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was still
dust is settled kind of thing. Like you know you're not getting it. Right. So
well, I mean, I still sucks because I enjoyed the fuck out of the movie and like it would be a good sequel.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Carl Urban is a fucking
he's still pushing for like a TV show or something. He's still like, I want to be Dredd.
Especially after the success of The Boys, somebody put the fucking money up. It's gonna be a fucking home run.
Right.
I'm telling you, man.
Take the tone of The Boys and just like transfer it over to Dredd, make it a show. Like it would be so good.
Dude, his I don't know. He played Dredd fucking to the T, man. And don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of the Stallone one. I enjoy that one. But his is like right there with the comics. Like how the comics.
That's what he was going for. That's why he would not take off the helmet. He's like, I'm not taking off the helmet.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Just the way it is. Yeah, dude, they definitely need to get that done. Like Dread 2.
So you said you brought some movies over.
I did, man. I brought you yours back.
I appreciate it.
There you go.
It's been away from me for too long. I was like, I need my Northman back. I don't usually like beg you for my movies back, but I was like, I need Northman.
Well, it was a good time to pick it then. I bought Death Proof because I was like,
I'm so jealous. I don't have Death Proof.
I was like, this is like one of the only Tarantinos I don't own.
Can I have it?
I mean, I just bought it because I don't own it. So I'll get you a copy.
You can find another one.
I'll get you a copy. Yeah. Get you a copy.
I watched it recently and I fucking loved it.
Because I have the Planet Terror single. Because back in the day I had the 2. Yeah.
I was gonna say they have the dual that I want to get.
But yeah, for whatever reason.
I'm surprised you found it out there. I'm sure when you seen that, you were like, fuck.
I just love the cover. I was like, fuck.
Oh yeah, Death Proof covers goes hard as shit.
I got Robotech.
What is that?
It's an old anime. It's kind of like Gundam Wing, but like before that. And this is like it's like 5 episodes of the last season or whatever.
You know, my brother is like the biggest anime nerd that I've ever known, and you would think I knew more about anime, but I don't.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm the biggest anime fan in the world.
You know Robotech.
I know a little bit enough. I got to know enough to get it for 50 cents. Fuck it. You know? And then this is the one I was kind of like, I got to ask Greg about this because you're better about it. This I got at a yard sale. It was in there with a bunch of like super old DVDs. Like this lady had Pee-wee's Playhouse Volume 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
These big, thick ass, like, you know what I'm saying? And you could tell they were like the first ever collectors, like whatever they released for Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Right.
But this was sitting underneath them. And it's called Tommy the Movie. And it's got a bunch of like rock stars from back in the day in it.
Is it about Tommy from...
Who?
No.
It's got Roger Daltrey, Anne Margaret, Oliver Reed, Jack Nicholson. There's a shit ton of cameos. Robert Powell, Paul Nicholas, Elton John, Tina Turner, Eric Clapton, Pete Townsend, The Who. But yeah, it's just like...
It doesn't have a synopsis on it. It looks like there's a big paragraph on the back.
Oh. Nominated for 2 Oscars. Okay. Infant, terrible director, Ken Russell, and 70s supergroup The Who combined forever.
Yeah.
To memorable excess in their 1975 screen version of Pete Townsend's now classic rock opera.
Mm.
Roger Daltrey plays Tommy Walker, a boy struck deaf, dumb, and blind by a childhood trauma who, through encounter with such outrageous characters, as the pinball wizard and the queen, grows up to find fame and salvation, or as both a master pinball player and a religious cult figure.
So I'm sure there's people screaming at us like, how do you not know this movie? I love this movie, But I'm not super familiar with this, so I'm not sure.
But yeah, it looked like one of those... Like,
it looks like something I would buy and watch, yeah.
Like some diamond in the rough shit, you know what I mean?
I mean, 100%, especially Who fans, which I'm not the biggest Who fan, so I don't really know the background on all this, but I would be willing to check it out. It might be a rabbit hole I get sucked into, because...
Look at it, dude. It comes with a little booklet.
Yeah, it looks like she kept it in good shape.
Yeah. Wow, look at that.
Are you into classic rock like that?
Some of it. Like I said, if I find out that it's like a $70 DVD and I got it for $1,
yeah,
you know,
that's true.
Let's make some money, baby.
I got one as well. So when we were watching The Northman in Chicago, I looked at the wife. I was like, I don't have the Lighthouse.
By the way, how was your fucking trip, dude?
It was great. We go every year to Chicago, and we've done all the sightseeing touristy stuff for the most part. So this time around, we kind of just went and ate good food and hung out with friends. And I went to the art museum and I saw a Francis Bacon.
Did you go to the Ferris Bueller one?
No. Shut up. I only go to the art museum, the paintings and shit like that.
Well, that'd be cool.
So yeah, because I saw some famous painters. I saw some Pablo Picasso's and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, it's really cool to just see that shit in person. Like, when I saw the Francis Bacon in person, like, you can almost feel the anger in his brushstrokes. Like, it's a different experience seeing that shit, like, in person. But really, we just went out to eat. We ate a lot. Like, our friend is a chef, and he works at a restaurant that he helped bring up called Radio Room. Check it out in Chicago. Shout out to Radio Room. It's like a lounge party club with fine dining. Mm-hmm. It's really like mishmash of a lot of things, but oh my God, is the food delicious.
They're good, huh?
So fucking good. Like, they brought me out a breakfast quesadilla, and it was like a fucking 5-star quesadilla. Like, it was so fucking good.
Hell yeah.
So shout out to Radio Room.
If I ever go to Chicago, man, I'm going to tell them I know you.
You should. Trip was good, but so I looked at the wife and I was like, I don't have the Lighthouse, and because I have the Witch and I have the Northman. I was like, I want to have the Lighthouse, so I bought the Lighthouse Blu-ray with Willem Dafoe and Batman.
Heavy hitters, man.
Robert Pattinson. So I'm pretty excited to have this. I watched it once and I was a weird movie, but I really enjoyed it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I heard they both like try to act the shit out of one another in this one.
Let's just say Willem Dafoe won by a mile.
Really?
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway.
So what are you gonna give me for next week, man?
Lighthouse.
Oh shit! I knew it. I fucking knew it, dude. So he's gonna give me the Lighthouse.
You got us off the vampire train, and it feels weird to go back to it.
Right.
After doing the Northman, so I was like, fuck it, we'll revisit the vampires at one point in time when you're excited about it again.
If you had gone vampire, where were you gonna go?
I was gonna go the one with Gary Oldman.
Oh, you're gonna go Bram Stoker?
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, because if we would have kept going vampire, I would have gone 30 Days a Night, dude.
That's the one I wanted to rewatch. God damn it!
I know, dude. I know. Sucks you're giving me the Lighthouse.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. Blows ass.
Fuck it, dude.
I was wanting to do Blade. Like, I had a whole setup, and you fucking ruined it.
That whole thing.
So I was like, fuck it. He ruined it. And now he gets to watch The Lighthouse, which is not anything like The Northman.
Right. Yeah, I heard it's just these two motherfuckers in a lighthouse.
It's an art house movie to the T. It's a 40s art house movie, like a throwback.
And it's all black and white.
All black and white.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah. I hear
since you ruined the vampire saga, we're going to do Lighthouse.
Damn.
Just Willem Dafoe steals this fucking movie. He is in his bag.
Well, I love Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson's fine.
I like him.
He's good. But
I wish we were doing the Batman, but it's fine.
So, yeah, I figured we'd do the Lighthouse because why not? I haven't given you a art house movie in a while.
Yeah, why not, man? It's, jump into it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, just think we're gonna be doing Violent Night very soon.
I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. I'm super
excited.
Dude,
oh, sorry. Before we go, man, I gotta mention. Did you get the thing I sent you? They're doing The Machine, the movie, bro.
Oh, I did.
I can't fucking wait to watch that, dude.
I didn't watch the trailer all the way through. I kind of want to leave it as a surprise for myself.
Dude, it looks like it'll be fucking hilarious.
It does not look what I expected it to look. It looks like John Wick with fucking Burt Kreischer stuck in the middle of it.
I think that's what they're going for, and it's gonna be hilarious. Holy fuck, I'm your origin story. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's gonna be.
I'm fine. I'm glad it's finally coming out because they've been talking about it for like a year now.
It's still not the movie I want because I wanted it to show him as the Machine, like when it happened.
Is it not?
No, this is like 20 years fucking later.
Oh.
And one of the guys on the train they robbed was that little Russian girl, the one that he's running around with. It was her dad. And I guess like whatever he took or whatever they took was like something important. And then that's when he's like, fuck, I'm your origin story. So like he's in Russia again.
So they like made a story off of his story.
Right. Pretty much.
I'm not as excited anymore.
Yeah. Now that I'm saying
just do the story that he fucking created and make it into a movie. Like,
I mean, it could be funny this way.
I'm sure it is, but
yeah, I think it would have been a lot better if he'd just like
did his story,
wrote it. And then, but that's the thing.
I mean,
like,
I don't think he should have written it rather.
Well, I mean, you're gonna get the best story if you get the actual story.
If he was like a co-writer, like had an actual writer,
put somebody in there to make it look good,
right?
But no, I meant like, well, obviously he can't play himself either because he's fucking 40 something now.
That's true, yeah.
And like he's supposed to be like 20-year-old,
and he only has daughters, so can't have one of his sons play him.
Yeah, but there's enough fucking fat guys with beards out there that could pull that off, dude.
Yeah.
I got too many tattoos. I can't play him. I can wear a wig, bro. The Machine. Yeah, I could definitely play.
I mean, I think it'll be fun. I'll be worthwhile checking out. So,
but yeah, I don't know if it doesn't look like it's going to be one of those movies that gets like a big theatrical run.
Nah,
we'll probably be able to watch it on like Tubi or something.
Yeah,
but
it's worth a watch.
However, it's available, man. We'll have to check it out.
Yeah, we'll do one of those mini reviews after we review something and just talk about it.
I like that.
I don't want to dedicate a whole episode to it.
No, but Violent Night we are.
Oh, Violent Night is getting a whole episode.
Christmas, motherfuckers! Shoot the people's tree, man. I watch the trailer like once a day.
Yeah, it's a real Die Hard movie. Christmas
so
movie.
Badass, dude. I was just about to say it's like Die Hard with Santa.
Yes.
I love it.
Get the real Christmas.
Yeah.
Smells like the wife is cooking dinner.
Well, let's wrap this one up then.
All right. So Lighthouse next week.
Lighthouse next week.
Until then.
Later.
Later.